friends, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. I am so happy that you have decided to take this course. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about the supplies and the materials that you will need for this entire course. So let's get started. The first thing you'll need is a piece of watercolor paper for each of the classes, each of the projects. So this is kind of a thick paper. It is a watercolor paper. If you do not have watercolor paper, that's okay, any thick paper will do. You will also need some watercolor paints. I like to use this a variety of different colors, but just use what you have. You will also need a paintbrush and a cup of water or a bowl of water. Clean water works the best. You will also need, for some of the projects, a marker, a permanent marker. Permanent means that it will not smudge around and get smeary when you apply water to it. So when you're working with watercolor paints, it's important to have a permanent marker. You will also need a pencil for a couple of the projects. A pencil with an eraser works the best. You will also need some crayons for some of the projects. So I have a bunch of different colors in here, and we will be using several of them. If you don't have crayons, or if you like to use oil pastels instead of crayons, you can use those as well. You will also need some salt for one of the projects, and it can just be regular table salt, the type that you have in your house right now. It doesn't really matter what kind of salt it is. Then we also need a paper plate, and that's just to put the salt on. So then you can take your thumb and your finger and sprinkle it around on one of the projects. It also helps if you have a paper towel. That's important to have, or a rag or something to help you clean up and keep your area clean and tidy. And then the last thing that I'd like to share with you is the fact that you will need a mat or some paper or something to cover your work area, because watercolor is so much fun, but it can get a little bit messy. So a mat underneath your work area works very, very well. So I'm glad again that you are in this course, and let's get started.